The smartest man in history once became an executioner. Isaac Newton discovered the law of gravity, unraveled the secrets of the universe, and was considered the greatest genius of all time. But few know there was another Newton, a man who sent 28 people to the gallows, hired spies, and hunted counterfeiters one by one to protect England's money. Economy was collapsing under counterfeit coins and clipped silver. Newton left Cambridge's quiet life and stepped into the Royal Mint as warden, then master, turning the Tower of London into a war room. Decades later, during the South Sea Bubble, even the greatest mind of his era got caught, losing the equivalent of $4 million in today's money. How could a man who calculated the motion of planets fail to predict the madness of crowds? This is not just history. It is the real story of markets, crises, and human nature. Welcome to the history of money and gold. In 1696, England's economy was collapsing. Old silver coins were being clipped. Counterfeit money was destroying the system. Nearly half of the silver currency had disappeared. At 51, Newton left his dull life and depression in Cambridge to become the head of the Royal Mint. In the toxic, smoke-filled corridors of the Tower of London, he transferred his genius to industry. His first time and space operations began here. From 4 a.m. until midnight, he managed a production line of 500 workers. He brought in French screw presses. He had the words decus et tudamen, an ornament and a safeguard, inscribed on the edges of coins, making clipping impossible. He invented the principle of random sampling, the foundation of modern quality control. By correcting flawed assay plates, he saved the English treasury the equivalent of £3 million in today's money.
Help!
But the chaos
My
of the
money!
streets could not be
Stop
solved
them!
with equations.
Beware,
One
this
in
coin
every
is
5
no good.
coins was still counterfeit. Counterfeiting was considered treason, punishable by hanging, disembowelment, and quartering. Newton took off his academic robe, disguised himself, and infiltrated London's dirtiest taverns. He paid spies out of his own pocket. In Newgate Prison, he personally interrogated 58 counterfeiters. Then came William Challoner, the son of a weaver, seller of obscene watches, fake plague remedies, and London's most notorious counterfeiter. He even went to Parliament and accused the Mint. Newton took it personally. He dismantled Challoner's network piece by piece, turned his men against him. In court, he did not rely only on witnesses. He presented scissors, files, and shaved silver as evidence. On March 22, 1699, Challoner was hanged and dismembered. In 18 months, Newton had 28 people executed. Intellect crushed the underworld. In 1717, he recalculated the gold-silver ratio and kept the price of silver artificially low. The result? Silver disappeared from circulation, and England unknowingly moved to the gold standard. For 250 years, global finance rested on Newton's accidental decision. In 1720, the South Sea Company bubble burst. The company absorbed national debt. Stock prices soared, rising not on value, but on belief. Newton entered early, made a 100% profit, and exited. But fools around him were getting rich. Envy, FOMO, social pressure defeated the 77-year-old genius. He re-entered at the peak.
God,
The bubble burst.
I've lost everything.
He lost £20,000, the equivalent of $4 million today. The fortune he had accumulated over a lifetime vanished. What has changed today? Newton's story is not an ordinary historical anecdote. In the dark days at the Mint, with mathematical precision and merciless composure, he had saved an empire and sent hardened counterfeiters to the gallows. Yet in moments of crisis, when fundamental values collapse and crowds move purely on belief, data becomes meaningless. There is no difference between the emotions of a stock speculator in 1720 and the impulses of today's cryptocurrency investor. Newton hanged 28 people because money was sacred. AI destroys billions because money is now data. No courts, no executions, only code. No matter how intelligent you are, even if you unravel the secrets of the universe, you remain vulnerable in the face of greed, social pressure, and collective hysteria. What moves markets is not charts or statistics, but the dark, chaotic, and irrational stories of human nature. Subscribe and turn on the bell. And next time you're tempted by the latest frenzy, remember the $4 million lost by the man who discovered gravity.